2, 1. Welcome back. Welcome back to stage number 5. We're live for Facebook, YouTube, and of course we're live on ERC Radio as well, as we have been right throughout the day today. And the stage is live. 6:15 this evening. It's live. It's 13.93 kilometres in length. And here we are, adhering to social distancing, all of us here from the FIA European Rally Championship, as we restart the start of the restart, or whatever we've been talking about today. But this is it, as Julian was saying earlier on today, and as we've been saying on the ERC radio feed throughout the day, that it's taken a lot of hard work and effort to get to this point in the season. We're at the end of July. The season should have started in the Azores just towards the end of March, but because this thing called COVID hit the planet and, ripped apart the motorsport calendar, the ERC is back here in Rome this weekend for what is the first international rallying event. And it is so proud to be here this weekend. So we're all adhering to social distancing measures. We're all taking the safety steps and wearing our face masks this weekend, as you can see. So we're using this big long pole as well when we talk to the drivers to give an element of distance between us asking the questions and the drivers at the end of the stage. Raphael's holding the camera as well. Chris is here. We've got the Zero car coming through to the end of the stage now, and we're kind of getting ourselves ready for a bit of ERC action in the penultimate stage of the day. Well, this morning, Pico. We drove the Pico stage earlier in the week just to see what this stage was all about, and when you drive the stage in real life, the local people do this all the time, every day they're driving around, and it is rough, it's bumpy, it's abrasive, and where the cuts are for these drivers, slipping off the road and back on again, prone to punctures for the drivers, which that caught out the drivers this morning. Massive incidents and moments, and we'll go through the list in a bit of who's. The rally is running 2 hours late from the published itinerary that went out this morning. That's because we've had to move rescue trucks into the stage from various directions to recover rally cars that have been blocking the route. But we're here now. This afternoon's group of stages, just before this, stage number 4, worked out kind of okay. The only thing we're looking for at the moment is Norbert Herzig. He's off the road, a regular Hungarian driver. He's off the road on stage number 4, towards the end of the stage, towards the end of the Pico stage, the second running of that this afternoon. So if you look at the start list that we had this morning, I don't know whether Raphael will be able to pick this up while we speak, but just the lines that I've put in through here of people that have gone off the stage during the day. So the wiggly lines means that we've got nobody, that driver has finished for the day. Andrea Granola was the first sort of victim of the rally this morning in Pico stage. He was off in SS1 this morning, and that caused a massive delay as they tried to recover his vehicle from that. Callum Devine, the Irish hopeful, who had his ERC debut in Hungary last year. Callum Devine is back here for a full season, an attack on the ERC Championship this year. Unfortunately, his Hyundai, the engine expired on that just at the end of stage number 3. He crossed the timing beam. He thought he had a puncture in the latter part of the stage earlier on today. He thought he had a puncture, but as he got through the timing beam and came up towards the stop line, obviously all the alarm bells came on the dashboard of his Hyundai, and he elected to stop the car immediately so he didn't do any further damage, and then that was it, game over for him. When I left that stage earlier on just to head down here, the truck was on its way up to go and recover that car. Who else have we got? Adrien Fourmont, big shunt for him on stage number 2 for Mo, the M Sport hopeful driver, and in that Fiesta R5 Mark II. He's off and out, and looking at the images on our ERC social media feed, it looks like that car isn't going to be able to be repaired overnight for restarting tomorrow. So a bitter disappointment for Adrian Fourmeau. Who else have we got going down there? We've got Marianne Griebel. He had a puncture in stage number 4. So in the Pico stage, which was running just before this, Marianne Griebel had a puncture. Eric Sykes, the Czech hopeful who moved up from ERC 3 machinery in the R2 equipment last year, he moves into the R5 this year, and then he is up and running. So yeah, we're as I say, Eric Sykes has a bit of damage to the back of his car. Right, messages coming in at the moment. Let's just see if we've got as we're hooked up at the end of the stage here. So the Zero car, just got this coming through. Obviously you can see on your screens, Oliver Solberg has started the stage. So he has started the stage, and there was a 3-minute delay to the start of the stage because of the Zero car had an issue in SS5. But you see the Zero car just came through here a short while ago. This weekend, we're going to be talking to Alexei Lukyanuk, the Russian rocket, as we like to call him here on the ERC. So, yeah, just going to talk to Alexei Lukyanuk. So far, he's won 4 out of the stages, well, all 4 stages this morning. So he's got some unfinished business here on the Italian tarmac this weekend. And Lukyanuk, who was, when we roll back to the Rally di Roma Capitale last year, he was gunning for that victory, but handed a cruel penalty for a width restriction on his car. It was outside the homologated width for his car that he was driving last year, the same car that he's driving this year. That's the Citroen. It was just a little bit too wide for the scrutineers to have a look at, to fit inside the regulations. So he was handed a penalty last year. It wasn't Lukyanuk's problem. It was the team's issue, and the team actually, put their hands up and said that was the problem last year, caused by them. So on day 2 last year, Lukyanuk battled all the way with that penalty around him, and unfortunately on the final stage in Ostia he was pipped to the post and lost his podium position and finished the event in 4th. However, this year Lukyanuk has switched to the Pirelli tyres, and he is a lot more confident today, and as I say, he's got unfinished business here in Italy. It's very warm here. I'm dying, just getting sort of, I don't know, a bit hot and sweaty underneath my my face mask that I'm wearing this afternoon. So Lukyanuk winning 4 out of the stages so far today, leading the rally coming into this one. Oliver Solberg, big story for him from earlier on. He lost his glasses after the Pico stage, on the opening stage of the day today. His dad, Petter Solberg, went to go and find his glasses, found them on the road. They were slightly damaged, but Oliver Solberg, who is in the stage at the moment, is driving this afternoon without his glasses on, which is a problem because he uses his glasses for the long sight. So close-up stuff is all right, but off in the distance stuff, not so good for him. So right, there we go. Don't want to be phoning the wrong people whilst I'm at the end of the stage, waving my timings, my phone around here at the end of the stage. As I say, Marianne Griebel had a puncture in stage number 4. Eric Sykes was off in don't want to do that. Eric Sykes was off in the in stage number 1. Didn't mean to take a phone call coming in. I'll make that on quiet. So here we are up in the hills. It's quite smooth tarmac on this one. Quite a bit of smooth tarmac to start the stage off. A series of hairpins coming up the hill. But there's no one up here. We're about 900 meters up at the stop line here. So everybody is at the timing table, as you can see here. We've got everyone wearing the face masks and keeping to adhering to social distancing measures. And yeah, there's no one really here. Just a little bit of a stop line, as you can see. We've got the tent pumped up behind us. The sun is beaming down right into our camera lens at the end of the stage, but we're waiting for Oliver Solberg to arrive. Raphael is holding the camera for us this weekend. Great to have the Belgium crew back here on the ERC, as we've had an extended winter break and an extended summer to get ourselves ready for Rally di Roma Capitale. But we have to say that everybody at Motorsport Italia and Max Rendina, who heads up that organisation, Bruno as well, that we were speaking to on ERC's The Stage the other week. Bruno has worked tirelessly with the rest of the team to get this event up and running. And yesterday it was incredible seeing the shots from the start ramp in the centre of Rome, as he joined us on Facebook last night as we were talking to the drivers. Raf is going to get so tired because I keep moving around like this just to keep him awake there as we wait for Henning to... Henning? It's his uncle, Oliver Solberg, to come to the end of the stage. A little bit of a breeze here. It's been hot, about 34 degrees Celsius at the Pico stage just a short while ago. Got some more messages coming in here at the moment. Just telling me that stage 5 was delayed by 3 minutes. So it will be the stage, as there'll be a 3-minute delay at stage 6. So the radio crackles into life. Everybody stands up. And now we will just wait for Oliver Solberg to arrive at the stop line. I just need to just walk away for a moment just to get a stone just to kick under the rear wheel of Oliver's car when he comes up on sight. And here he comes, bang on cue. See what he has to say. So, piloting the Polo up the hill. Oliver's here, door open. As you say, no glasses that we were talking about earlier. Oliver, tell us about that one. How was it? Good rally, good stage?
It was much more difficult than the first stage because here was a lot of gravel. I had one big slide, and I don't know how the gravel is there because it's not even a cut, it's a rail on the inside. So I was a bit surprised, but otherwise it was okay. And I misunderstood one corner, so I braked way too early. So I was not good, but I'm still learning. Enjoy it.
We're just talking to Danny Sordo before. Talking to Danny, he said there's a lot of gravel pulled out on the stages now.
First stage was actually not too bad. It was nice, but this one was very, very bad. I think this could be a more action-filled than the first stage.
Thanks, Oliver. See you later on. That's good. That's Oliver Solberg. Just run round and just have a quick squiz at the back of the Polo as it launches out of time control. Car looks fantastic, doesn't it? Despite having all that mess and gravel pulled out. This might be in Italian, but it's okay. Jando! Just get himself sorted. How was that? Was it okay?
Tutto ok. Siamo stati molto accorti nella prova precedente. Stiamo cercando di risparmiare le gomme. Siamo partiti dal parco assistenza senza gomme nuove, le abbiamo nel bagagliaio, ma cerchiamo di non usarle per tenerle domani. Dobbiamo cercare di finire la tappa per avere più gomme nuove possibilmente, ecco. Siamo qui per l'italiano, mi piacerebbe spingere un po' di più, però la coscienza mi dice di stare più attento.
Grazie mille. That's Jando, previous winner of this event. Second in the rally coming into this one. Let's have a look at the times on the board. So Oliver Solberg with an 8:26.1, Jando 0.2 of a second behind Solberg as he goes through. 8:26.1 versus an 8:26.3 over 13.19 kilometers in length. Basso 23.6 seconds behind Alexei Lukanuk coming into this one. Craig Breen on those new MRF tyres that he's doing a lot of research and development with MRF, the Indian tyre manufacturer, on this DRC season this year. Craig Breen moves up in the previous stage. He moves up to third overall, 15.5 seconds behind Basso. So we've had two drivers through so far, so just 0.2 of a second separating them. But this is Alexei Lukanuk. Let's just see. He's won all four stages of the day today. And as I said, Lukanuk has got some unfinished business here in Italy this weekend as he brings in the Citroen to the end of the stage. He's using Italian rubber. He's on the Pirelli tyres this weekend. Lukanuk opens the door. I'm keen to see what his time is for Lukanuk as he opens the door. Going to take some water in just because it's so hot. Just going to sort himself out. Keeping our distance away from the drivers at the moment. Just part of the new COVID protocols here. Alexei, how was the stage for you? How was the run?
Yeah, as we understood from the results, we are leading a bit, so we took it quite technically. No risks in slippery place, good reasonable pace on the good line, so happy with the time.
It's good time against Basso. That's another, well, could be another stage win for you. So going well. The Pirelli tyres, Italian tyres, they make a difference to you?
Yeah, of course. I think it works the best. The Italian rubber in Italy should be on a level.
Okay, leading the rally at the moment. This is Alexei Lukanuk, the Russian rocket, and door closed for him. Car looks nice. Italian rubber working well on Italian tarmac. But 8:23.2 for Lukanuk as he pulls out of here. So comfortable lead of 23.6 seconds going into this stage. So if we flick the timings over to stage number 5, Lukanuk has a 26.7 second gap at the moment between Lukanuk and Basso. At the moment, on the leading table that I have at the moment, Oliver Solberg is lying in third position. That's all going to change as the drivers come through here. Emil Lindholm is here next. First of the competitors using these MRF tyres. See what Emil has to say. Lindholm in 9th position in the rally here, coming into this stage. Door open. Let's let them organise themselves for a minute, get themselves ready. Emil, any dramas in that stage? Any problems?
Not at all, actually. Seems like the afternoon has been better for us, although I was expecting it to be more difficult. But yeah, as I said, we did a small change on the car, which was small, but the effect seems to be quite nice. So yeah, feeling is much better.
Can we ask what was the small change that you made on the car? Did you soften the suspensions, the setup a little bit?
Well, no, we changed the wheel alignment a bit. So such a small thing, but just a bit camber and toe, and it seems to be working nicely.
That's good. Nice. Happy with the times? That's good. All right, we'll see you later, Emil. Thanks, Emil Lindholm. So I'm just going to spin round the back of the car, just have a quick look while he's here. Looks nice. Just changing the camber and the toe, and it says it feels a lot nicer with a 8 minutes 29.8. 8 minutes 29.8 for Lindholm. That is car 21 through. Fabian Crime next up. See what Fabian has to say. The German driver that we've seen on the ERC regularly over the previous years. He's been in the under-28 category in the past. He's been here, there and everywhere. And as Julian was pointing out when we saw him at the test just earlier in the week, Fabian was spent most of his time just looking into the laptop and trying to get the data off the car, trying to work out and analyse the throttle mapping and the car setup. Fabian and Frank Christian co-driving for him, again on Pirelli tyres. Let's see what. Let's see. Got some pictures coming through that we'll talk about in a minute. Fabian, how was that? All good? All okay?
Yeah, all okay. Yeah, much more dirt on the road, so I lost a little bit of concentration in the middle of the stage, but yeah, in the end it was quite good.
Lovely. A little bit of concentration you lost at the end of the stage, but in the end, all okay, he's saying to us. The polos, as I jump back into shot, the polos look amazing. I don't know, when they're in the go-kart setting, the tarmac setting, so low, I think the polos look great. Raf, if you want to come over here out of the sun into the sunshine, you can if you want. You can stand just about here if you want, maybe. Just ask Chris to move out of the way. There we go. Maybe that's keeps the sun out of your camera lens a little bit. Yep, thumbs up from Raphael at the stop line. So yeah, Fabian Crime, 8 minutes 27.9 as I look at the timing board at the end of the stage. Okay, so that was Crime. Next up is Simone Tempestini. You'll see Simone if you're new to the ERC. Simone is Italian, but he's got a Romanian flag on the side of his car, and that's because Marco and his father moved to Romania for business a few years ago, so Simone still speaks Italian and English, but lives in Romania. Coming right on cue as I just move out of the way, so this should be Tempestini, and here he arrives. Everything running quite well this afternoon, to be fair. Earlier on today we were waiting around for hours to get these stages underway while we were recovering the cars, but I think most of the drivers have got dinner reservations tonight or somewhere. Simone just studying the time. Simone, all good, all bad? How was it?
Yeah, it was a bit better than before this one, but yes, still I'm not really happy with our drive. I hope the last one will be better.
That's Simone Tempestini moving out. Not so good, not so happy with that, but he's hoping the last stage of the day will be better for him. Simone with an 8:27.2, 8:27.2. Of course, tomorrow, just looking forward to that one. We've got a whole load of rally action for us tomorrow. The Ostia stage isn't being run. That's the usual one down by the beach, just outside Rome, out on the beachfront, on the promenade there. Very, very popular. Thousands and thousands of people there at the Ostia street stage last year, and unfortunately, due to the COVID situation and social distancing measures, the organisers of this rally have elected not to run that street stage and have the podium down in Ostia tomorrow night. So we're running tomorrow with 3 passes through 3 stages, so we're looping round 3 times tomorrow through the stages during the day. So it's kind of that classic, I always call it a classic cloverleaf format. So the cars leave the service park, run through a stage, move on to the next one, run through a stage, move on to the 3rd stage, and then loop back round to service, have a bit of a chamois and a wash down, and then they come back and do it all again 3 times tomorrow with that. Good, with little Craig Green here. Door open, got a little bit of a scuff on the side of this car. We'll wait for Craig to sort himself out. Get himself together. Got to put his mask on. Craig, we're hearing that the stage is a little bit dirty now. Are the tyres working well on the dirt, or are you sliding all over the shop?
Yeah, okay, I just had just at the end of the stage, unfortunately something got clogged in the feet, and the windscreen wipers came on in quite a bad section. I went offline, probably dropped, I don't know, a second or 2, maybe a bit more, but apart from that, just trying our best. Obviously, yeah, if we can have more stages like the first one, it would be better suited, but we're trying our best.
Yeah, you were saying the Pico was absolutely unbelievable. You really enjoyed Pico this weekend, and this last run you said it was the best one ever.
For me, that's real rallying. Okay, some might disagree. Wide open roads is part and parcel of it as well, but for me, the pure enjoyment from it on an hour road is much better.
You happy with everything though?
Yeah, all okay.
There we go. That's Craig and Portnagle on their way again. Running the MRF tyres with an 8 minute 30.2, 8 minutes and 30 seconds 0.2 for Craig Breen. Loving it, but he says wide open roads are a part of rallying, as well as the lumpy, bumpy, jumpy stuff in between the rocks and the walls and all the other stuff that Pico throws at you. Coming into this stage, Breen was, where was he? 15.5 seconds off Basso's time, lying in third overall. Should get those times refreshing shortly. Oh, if I can get that done and sorted out at the end of the stage. Just spending my half my time looking at the time. Breen drops down to Oliver Solberg by 0.5 of a second now. So Breen loses a position from third in the rally down to fourth. So just by 1.5 of a second. That can be made up in the final stage of the day. So at the moment as it stands, it's Lukanek leading, then Basso 26.7 seconds behind him, and then Oliver Solberg is lying 17.9 seconds behind Basso in third position. Craig Breen drops to fourth. Let's have a word with Efren Lorena now, the ERC Junior Champion from 2019 in the R5 equipment this weekend. Slowly, he says. Efren, how is it? Everything okay?
Yeah, everything okay. In the other stage, we hit a rock, we lost some time, but now it's okay. It's our only the first pass here, because in the previous one we have the Formo crash. So I think time is not so bad.
Just some words in Spanish for everyone back home that's watching on Facebook at the moment.
Bueno, ahí vamos poco a poco, ¿no? Intentando conocer el coche, corriendo, esta era nuestra primera pasada aquí, así que el tiempo no está malo, así que nada, vamos a ir poco a poco.
Grazie. No, that's Italian. Gracias. That's the word in Spanish, isn't it? So that is Lorena on his way. But yeah, a respectable time. We were talking to Efren and Sarah Fernandez yesterday, just after lunchtime before we headed to Rome, and with their time and being new in the car and getting used to the R5 machinery, a lot faster than the R2 equipment they were driving last year, and they seem to think that driving at 90% this weekend rather than driving at 100% would be the key to success and not planting the car into the first corner bedrock. But everything seems okay for him because, as we say, as he was saying, Adrian Formeau causing a little bit of a road blockage for them earlier on. Griebel, as you can see on your screens at the moment, Griebel has a front right damage. We're just watching that from the helicopter, as you can see, flying through the stage. So we'll talk to Griebel when he gets to the end of the stage. But next up at the stop line is Gregoire Munster, driving the Hyundai. This is Gregoire. Get the door open, get himself sorted, getting his face mask on. Let's see what he has to say. Gregoire obviously learning the machinery, first time in Italy here in this equipment. How's everything going for you? How was the stage?
The stage was great, and we're closing the gap with the front runner, so it's nice. We see it's going in the right direction, and we're really happy about that. One more for today.
And then hopefully you'll get to bed before midnight. It's been a long day, hasn't it? It's been a long day today. Hopefully you'll be in bed before midnight.
Yeah, for sure. It was a long day with all the stops, with the accident and everything. But yeah, it's still not finished. So.
Good luck in the final one today. That's Gregoire. I love those license plates, those German license plates on the back of the car. They're ALZ. That's where Hyundai are based in Germany. That's their regional license plate. You see all their world cars and so on have those license plates on the back of them, and basically anything associated with Hyundai Motorsport in Europe has those license plates if it's a German registered car. So Gregoire Munster with a 38 minutes 31.5, 8:31.5 for Gregoire. But as you see on your screens, Griebel with a little bit of problems. Griebel missing, just front right issues for that. We've got Bostian coming in next, just if on cue. See the front of the car. So he comes in. See how hot these tyres are, super nice and warm. Right. Door open. Any problems in that one?
Sorry.
Any problems? Any problems? Was it okay? Good, bad, medium?
All good. We did some small changes on the clicks on the suspension, and the car feels much better. So we'll keep on this rhythm. Thank you.
Okay, that's cool. Small clicks on the suspension, just adjusting the rebound, and as he pulls off, and off he goes like that, which is great. And with a 838.1. Sorry, you don't want to see the back of my head, do you, while I'm just looking at the board over there. We've got to show you what they're giving the drivers over here. If I can just squeeze in, moving nicely. This is the famous Fuji water. It's brilliant stuff, this. It bubbles out of the ground in Fuji. It has apparently healing powers, which is really cool. And normally in Fuji, which is where the service park is based, we'll be live later on as we're at the media zone and the regroup. Just down the road, this stuff bubbles out of the ground, out of these little natural springs. And normally, in normal times, you see this stuff, as I say, it comes out of the ground, and there's parks and gardens, and you can go into the park area, and you see people come from all over the world with bringing their cups with them, and they drink this stuff all day long, and it has healing properties. It's really special stuff, this Fuji water stuff. So that's why we're based here this weekend. Maybe it might be a cure for COVID. We could maybe set up a little bit of a thing to sort out those issues. Scattalon is here. Door open. Let the drivers open the door, limiting contact between people here at the end of the stage. Giacomo, how was that?
This stage not good, but I pissing 2 tires in the last stage, and in this I drive slow because don't have another tire.
Okay, so double puncture, so driving slow. Giacomo, thank you. Yeah, double puncture, so driving slow, as he's got no spares in the back in the afternoon, so not so good for him, so he's driving slow. The other thing to look at, you can't really see now that the car's gone, but there's a couple of evolutions of the Skoda Fabia R5s. There's the newer one, and the exhaust pipe comes out of the back bumper and bends down. That's the Mark II version, and the original version, the exhaust pipe is just a straight tube coming out of the back bumper. That's the way to work out whether it's a new Skoda Fabia R5 or the newer or the older evolution of that car, if that makes sense to you. Giacomo Scattalon with 8 minutes 38.4. 8 minutes 38.4. The other thing, these things are quite hot, especially when you're at the end of the stage here, because you get Raf, come round here if you want to come, if you're feeling hot, come and stand in the cool shade here up in the hills. We're about 900 meters up this evening, and as you can see, it's still quite warm. And yeah, 900 meters up, starting down in the valley floor below, which we can't see at the moment. Front right issues for Griebel. There you go, Raf's giving up and changing the camera position because he's not been doing the muscles since the since the gyms have been closed during the COVID crisis. So that was Giacomo Scattalon. Coming up now, swing the camera around, Raf. We've got Marianne Griebel front right. Let's just have a quick whiz round to Griebel's car. I'm going to spin round, just go front right there. We'll have a word with him while he sorts himself out. Get himself organised. Marianne, just a bit of battle damage on the front right. What happened on the front right? What's the problem?
Yeah, it was in the stage before. There we got a puncture, and unfortunately it destroyed a lot of the car. And now it just went through because I was not sure if anything is okay. So yeah, shit happens.
Other than that, how's the rest of your day been today? Has it been good, bad, medium? Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's nice stages, nice rally. Great that we can rally again after the long break. Yeah, but for me it's not so nice.
I like the setup. I like the race overalls this season. They look good. Look cool.
I didn't understand.
That's okay. Just smile. Just say yes to everything I say. That's brilliant. There you go. Thank you. All right. Cheers. He can't hear me because I'm so far away, but saying that he doesn't understand what I'm saying. So puncture for Griebel on the previous stage. So that's where we got the battle damage coming in from. And yeah. So as he says, I don't know. I don't understand. Ooh. Hey, I tell you what. I've got an app which really annoys everybody most time, but I don't know whether you can see that. It probably won't work on my really screen. It says lightning strikes have been detected nearby. Lightning strikes have been detected nearby. But if you look at some of these clouds here, they're rising up quite high above us. The usual kind of anvil clouds that you get, really, really high ones. They're the ones that cause the lightning issues. So lightning, oops, hello. Albert von TNT is about to drive into us at the end of the stage. Just move out of the way. Getting all excited. Here's Albie. Oh. Albert, door open. Sorry, we were looking at the clouds. But Albert, how was the run for you? How was the stage? Was it all nice?
We're still here, which is the first good thing. It's really rough. There was a lot of stones and split here on the second half of the stage. We have to be humble. I think here, of course, for me the home rally, I would love to have a bit more stronger pace. But there's a lot of new things in our notes, as I told you before, and the conditions are tricky. It's super hot also, which is difficult for the tires, also for the concentration. But yeah, I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy that we're still in there. We have no big errors, no big lose of time. So let's see for tomorrow.
Thank you. Thanks, Albert. That's good. Stay strong. That's Albert von Taxis. Close the door. Off he goes. As we were talking to Albert last night live on Facebook in Rome, resident of Rome, and yeah, he lives there not too far away. He has an apartment quite close to the Vatican. So that was that Albert? Yeah, he was car number 10, wasn't he? He was on his way through. Albert von TNT with 8 minutes 42.2. 8 minutes 42.2. Done. Right. He's still here. Albert's caused some problems in Pico in previous years, crashing into the wall, setting fire to the car last year. Well, it wasn't his fault that he set fire to the car, but caused a blockage last year with a small fire in his car. So he's good to be here and enjoying himself coming through. Right, next up, Miko Marcek, Polish champion, is here. We know what happens when Polish champions come to the ERC. Particularly Kajetanowicz just a few years ago. Miko, all okay? How was it? Good fun?
Yeah, that was good stage. I think one step faster than in the first loop. Nothing special. A little bit use of experience from the first run, but still we are trying to be on the safe side and going step by step into the rally and into the ERC series.
And just some words in Polish for everybody at home.
Jechaliśmy troszkę szybciej niż w pierwszej pętli, ale nadal staramy się być po tej bezpiecznej stronie. Trzymajcie mocno za nas kciuki, mamy jeszcze jeden dzisiaj długi odcinek. Naprawdę te rajdy są wymagające, ale bardzo mi się to podoba.
Dziękuję, that's Miko Marcek. I know that there are quite a few Polish people, of course, massive fans of the ERC. Rally Poland up in Mikołajki, we tried our hardest to get that rescheduled this year. But there wasn't, an alternative date. Everything couldn't all slot into the calendar for this year. So Rally Poland, we were supposed to be going there a few weeks ago, but unfortunately we couldn't get there this year. However, don't worry, Rally Poland will be back in 2021. That deal has already been done, signed, sealed, and we're going to be there next year on that loose stuff round the Lake District up in Mikołajki in the northern part of Poland. So we'll be heading over there next year. Not a problem with that one either. So yeah, we'll keep these rallies coming and back on the calendar for next year. So absolutely not a drama. Another one coming towards us. Nicky Meyer-Mayenhoff is here. Nicky having some problems this morning in the Pico stage, picking up a puncture, but the car sounding sweet, car sounding good now. Nicky, everything okay for you? Everything good?
Bit better, still driving like a grandma. It feels like not pushing, I don't know, not feeling 100% today, I don't know why. Car is, I think, getting better, but I think the morning loop put me a little bit off. Need to fight back. Doesn't feel fast at all and not in the rhythm. He's doing a great job, all the notes are good, but I'm just not feeling confident enough.
Tomorrow's another day. Well, good luck tomorrow. There's at least Nicky is, as he says, is not so good, but he's still here. He was having problems with the car yesterday in the qualifying stage, so was struggling with the engine yesterday. But there you go. Dominic Dinkel just comes in now. But just going back to Nicky Malamayanhoff, he was. Didn't think the car was going to be able to make it through the rally, but he's still here, which is good. Dominic is here. Dominic, all good? Okay? Good, bad? Medium? Tell us about your stage.
Yeah, I think it was a good stage. At the end, something feels strange. I think a puncture or something, but at the end, the last half kilometer, it feels okay. So a little bit strange, but I think we make a little step.
Thank you very much. That is Dominic Dinkum. So he's nice. He says he made a puncture, but if we just spin round and have a look, car's good. No punctures, no problems. This one's coming in now. Citroen up next, and then we will see who we're going on with. Okie dokie. Door open. Is he going to talk to us? No, he's not. It's okay. No, he's going. Rusk is going. So, just wait for ourselves to crack on. I think Raphael just needs to sort himself out and change the camera card. Do you need to take the disc out, Raph? But possibly. Everyone's still talking away, so we're cracking on as normal. So, yeah, okay. So, we're just... I presume we're still live. I guess we're still live. We're anyway, we're standing at the stop line here. We're live on ERC Radio. We're live on Facebook at the moment, and yeah, hopefully, if we're not on Facebook and we need to wrap up, then feel free to let us know. Otherwise, we'll keep talking away here all night. But yeah, let's see what what's happening. So yeah, I guess we're still live. Maybe. Cool. Ah, right. Oh, okay. Hey, it's amazing how technology carries on here on the ERC. Just got a message in, because when we go live on Facebook, it's a bit crazy. We'll do... it's a bit crazy. Just one more car coming through. But when we go live, we are live. It's just Raphael holding the camera and myself. You guys can see the helicopter pictures coming in. And we have no information coming into the stop line, so it's just the two of us, Raph holding the camera and myself talking. But until we get some messages coming in, it's a big surprise whether we need to carry on or not. However, this has been Facebook Live from the end of stage number 5. It's an incredible stop line. Not too many dramas here. We've had a change in the top 3 in this stage. Alexei Lukanuk is still out on top at the moment. But what better way to wrap this up with a little videotape from earlier on today. This is Lukanuk, full onboard sequence of him driving through this stage earlier on today during it when it was run as stage number 2, the first pass this morning. So just watch this. This is Lukanuk. We'll be live later on, live from the media zone here on the ERC.
10. Левый 2,60, левый 4 плюс, 15, левый 5 плюс. Правый 2,70, левый 2 минус, через трамплин 40, правый 9. Левый 8. 30, правый 1, 140. Левый 3 длиной 40, 30, правый 7. Правый 3 плюс, 100 прямо. Правый 2 острый, 120. Левый 4 плюс, 180. Левый 3 плюс, на правый 2 плюс длинный. 80, правый 1 минус, 90, левый 7. Открывается 100. Левый 1 минус 70. Левый 0-1, 120. Правый 8 камень. На левый 2 плюс 40. Правый 1 минус двойной, 170. Левый 2 на правый 2. На левый 1 двойной 50. Правый 1 через волну 100. Правый 2 плюс 100, левый 8. Левый 2, 80, правый 8. Правый 2 чуть длинный. На левый 2 длиной 60-3 минус. 30 левый 2. На правый 2 минус острый. 60 правый 5 минус. На левый 2 40 левый 7. На правый 3 минус 50. Левый 4 очень длинный, на правый 8. Правый 3 минус. 20, левый 3 на правый 4 плюс. 40. Левый 2, 70. Левый 3, 50, правый 6. 70. Левый 2 с доворотом 60. Правый 3 плюс 20, левый 4 острый. Тире 3 длинный, 130. Правый 3 минус острый. 150. Левый 2 минус. Тире 2 плюс длиной 80 с доворотом. 60. Левый 2 за трамплин 40, правый 8. На левый 9. На правый 2. 130. Правый 3 плюс поздний узко, на левый 4 плюс может скользко. 30. Правый 2-3 минус аккуратно. 40. Правый 4-5. 40, левый 4 длиной 50 с доворотом. 120 прямо. Трамплин 10, левый 3. 40, левый 2, минус за трамплин 20, правый 7. 80. Левый 2 через трамплин 70. Левый 1, правый 1 минус 30. Левый 2 плюс чуть длинный. На правый 1, на левый 1 минус 100, левый 3. 50, правый 2 минус, на левый 3 плюс чуть длинный. 80, левый 4 плюс поздний. 30, левый 3, на правый 3 минус. 40, правый 1 100. Правый 1 60. Правый 0, в левый 1 60, правый 4 минус резать. На левый 2 блок. 170. Левый 2 плюс чуть длинный, 120. Левый 0 тройной, 50. Правый 3 минус. 20, левый 5 плюс. 150 прямо. Правый 2 минус поздний. На левый 2 двойной. 80 трамплин на левый 1 и 50 левый 3 камень. Правый 3. 70. Правый 4 чуть длинный песок. 30. Правый 3 на левый 4 чуть длинный. 50. Левый 2 чуть длинный. 80. Правый 1 минус 80. Правый 1-6 скользко. 300 змейка. Левый 5 плюс. 40. Левый 1 минус 90. Правый 7. Скользко, выход узко. На левый 2 плюс длинный 70. Правый 1 минус, на левый 2 минус длиной 50-3 минус, длиной 40 с доворотом. На правый 4 открывается, сильно резать. 40. Левый 3 чуть длинный. 50. Левый 2 70. Левый 2 плюс с трамплина 50. Правый 4 плюс резать. 40. Правый 2. 50. Левый 2 минус, на правый 3 резать. 40. Левый 1 40. Правый 1 минус, 60 прямо. Левый 4 минус. 50. Правый 5 блок. 100. Трамплин 50. Правый 2. На левый 2. На правый 3 минус тонко. На левый 3 плюс длинный 60. Левый 5. 70. Правый 2 длиной 40-3 минус. 30. Левый 2 минус. 100. Правый 2 80. Левый 1 30. Левый 4. 50. Правый 5 скользко. 5 плюс. 50. Левый 2 60. Правый 3 минус. Открывается. 50. Левый 2 острый. 70. Левый 2 плюс 80. Оп. Да.